Have you got your whip?
I ain't got my whip. I used it last night. Or did you borrow it?
Borrowed it. Arse cheeks are on fire. I can't get sat down since. That's why I'm perched. Hello. Right, okay, ready? Hello there. Last one of the first season.
It's the climax.
It's all the foreplay. This is a big one, isn't it? This is a big one, saying that we've spunked all the money on Rob's costume, and what's left over is a fez that I had when I did a gig with Nibs about 10 years ago, and I've just made this t-shirt. So, Indiana Jones.
On this.
Sally, not Tommy Cooper. So, right. So,
episode 10.
Episode 10. It's flown by. 10 weeks of
joy,
of wonder, beautiful memories made, cherries lost. And it's been entertaining, would you say?
It has been good. I hope you lot have enjoyed it.
Are you feeling up at that, mate?
I might have been, yeah. It's quite emotional.
It's the last episode of the season. I think we'll be back with this one, do you think?
I think so, if the demand's there.
The demand's always, it's incredible. Every time I can't go down the street, someone's saying, what's on the egg, Rob? I'm not fucking Rob. Sick of it. Anyway, let's crack on with the last episode of the season.
Was that like a subliminal thing there? Crack on?
Don't exaggerate.
Oh dear. It's time for it to end.
It's definitely, isn't it? If you start doing shit puns about eggs, then it's time to finish the egg. We'll just push it off and send it off into the sunset. So, episode 10, last in the season. What is in the egg, Rob?
It's like an archaeological find.
Oh my
goodness!
There's some sand.
Yeah. There's more than one.
There's more than one. It's has it had triplets in there? It has.
Oh my god!
Gravely bite of the egg. He's going into hibernation now till John Hurt finds him.
So yeah, not one, not two, but three for the last episode.
3. Bosh. Thrice and Boshen.
So, the Indiana Jones trilogy.
Yes, the trilogy. Nothing to do with, can't find the fourth one on video, it's just that we've chosen to omit it for obvious reasons that it's probably, well, it is a piece of shit. So we've got rid of that one.
This is all you need to know about,
that's
right?
That's all you need to know. And let's put it in the correct order.
Oh.
As in
I like what you did there. Timeline. Not release date, timeline.
Not release date, timeline.
So 1934, 1935, 1939.
Someone's been looking this up, haven't they?
I have, it's in my notes. 38.
Rob's corner comes to the rescue. like a whip. So,
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
First to be released. Very quick question. What happened to Willie?
We're jumping forward.
Well, massively, because we're going to start with that one, because that's the first one.
Okay, we're doing that one.
Yeah, we are, yeah.
Well, this was like the introduction to the character.
Go on then. Sorry.
We're checking your watch. You got somewhere to go.
No, it's me bomb beeping. Wondered why.
Oh, look at that artwork, man.
This is probably the best artwork. Definitely.
It's not that one. The other Indiana Jones artwork's better than that. But
that's
the
amazing.
iconic pose.
That's amazing. It's Star Wars-esque, and it was it the same artist, do you think?
Drew Struzan. Was it Drew Struzan?
I don't know. See, Rob does all the research. Mine's off the top of my head.
I might be wrong.
I think that this was one of the first videos that you could buy and rent at the same time.
Okay.
And I remember this because my friend Christopher Dawkins' mum had it on video, the original copy. She went, "You want to watch this?" I was like, "Is it Star Wars?" Because it's got Han Solo in it. And I was like, "Oh, go on then." Wasn't that keen.
Right.
Because obviously my brain was full Star Wars mode.
Well, that's my Blade Runner brain, you see. Never seen Blade Runner because it's, well, that's Han Solo.
Yeah.
But I can buy him as Indy.
But I think that, or break him as Indy. I think that tarnished that film for me though. Maybe I was about 6 when I watched it. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I think I was being excited because I knew it was Harrison
Did you
Ford.
watch that first?
Yeah, cinema. I saw cinema all of it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a cinema trilogy from Rob.
Yeah,
Check you out.
I think I'm always wrong. I always seem to think I saw these films in Blackpool. This and Superman 3, but I might be like
oh my God.
Hey, no
Blackpool?
no wrong with Superman 3, or was you on about Blackpool as in?
Well, a bit of both. Well, I suppose Richard Pryor.
Superman 3 is a very underrated film in my
Okay,
opinion.
we'll get on with that another time, shall we?
Oh, my head's itching with this hat on.
Yeah, this has been holding. This was for spare change at my house. So yeah, it's full of shit. Basically, this thing's dropping on my head. I can feel it. It's horrible. But anyway, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Again, a most iconic intro to a film ever. Would you say?
Fantastic. It perhaps outshines the rest of the film, in my opinion.
That's probably. I think it sort of shoots its bolt really early
Yeah,
doors, doesn't it?
yeah.
And it's like, well, this is amazing. All of a sudden, it's like.
Becomes kind of an adult film with lots of
Yeah.
really cool set pieces in it.
I do like the bar scene there.
Yeah.
But and again, going, so that scene's amazing with the whip and where he jumps and start the plane down. Love that bit. But then there's the other bit in the bar with Marion. Mm-hmm. That's a great scene as well. Also, it's sort of like foreshadowed, shall we say, the shadow of Indy. So
Yes,
he walks in, it's like
yeah.
so fucking coolest shot that is in the world. So amazing. Little bit of problem with his relationship with Marion, but we'll move on from that. And the other bit that
It's a different time.
different time. It was the 30s. It was acceptable. Of course, it was. Anyway, I didn't like that. We are not thirsty. That dude is such a spooky character.
I was going to say, what a great villain.
It's horrible, isn't he?
Yeah, it reminds me a little of guy from RoboCop.
Yes. Yeah. And do you know who could play both those?
Bodiger, is it?
Yeah. Clarence Bodiger.
Clarence Bodiger.
And who could play both those would be Ron Howard's brother, Clint
Howard.
Howard.
Yeah,
He's like the bastard son of We Are Not Thirsty. And
Oh, he's horrible in this film.
he's
though. He's
absolutely
fantastic.
disgusting.
Proper villain. Like every time he comes on screen, it's like something nasty's going to happen.
Yeah. And then he has a bit of a freak out when he picks up the thing and
Yeah, yeah.
puts his hand in the snow.
Yeah,
But it's
is there, look.
he's horrible, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he
Great
lasts,
casting.
doesn't he? And he dies at the end.
Yeah.
Sorry, again, if you've not seen it, seriously.
Oh, nasty ending though for a
PG,
PG.
was,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
PG.
Horrific ending.
Give some kids some nightmares. That would.
I think all three would. I think in order of disgustingness, you go Temple of Doom, Raiders,
Yeah.
Last Crusade. They tone it down a lot for this.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I don't know if they had to, but how those two got through PG. I know they did some cuts on Temple of Doom, didn't they?
Yeah.
Which we'll get to in a
Apparently,
bit.
Indiana Jones was. It wasn't the first it wasn't the first PG-13 rated film, but it was the film that instigated PG-13.
Right. Okay.
Because Spielberg wanted something between a PG and an R.
Yeah.
If you're talking American rating system.
Yeah, because in England it would have gone straight from a PG to an 18, would it?
15.
I'm sure someone said 18. The heart, when he ripped his thing, they cut that out, and I only saw it last year.
Yeah.
But I thought it was either 15 or 18. Because a massive jumps back in them days. Think about it. Karate Kid was a 15.
Yeah.
And there's no swearing in that.
Mm-hmm. Just
But
violence.
it's just fighting.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like comic book violence as well.
Gremlins was a 15 on video, I think.
And rightly so, mate. I think. Oh, yeah.
I think it didn't bother me when I was a kid. Watching it as an adult, there's something like, wow, that's pretty violent and brutal.
Yeah, I'm the same as that. I remember saying sort of Ripley, and it was like, well, this is amazing. And I watched it, I was like, oh my God, these are horrible things. That's probably why I never watched Critters. Raiders then. I don't know. What you remember? You watched it at the cinema?
Yeah.
Maybe in Blackpool, maybe not. I saw it at my mate's house when I was 6, I think.
It's one of the films I always remember seeing the making of. Because they always
Yeah, it's
went
a very-
into detail
yeah.
with the Nazi trucks where he slides underneath it and stuff like
Yeah.
that. That's a great scene. All practical, all done.
Yeah, it
Not
was
like
shot.
that crap in part 4 where they...
Oh dear.
It's a good reference point, part 4,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it? Of like,
Yeah.
this is how it was good, this is how
How
it was
bad
crap.
can you make a really good matinee serial into a piece of shit very easily? And it lost me, that film did, on the opening bit with them. Was it a mole popped up? Or
Yeah,
whatever?
I was gone straight
Yeah,
away.
me too.
Yeah. But apparently
finished
that spawned the saying, as in like the Happy Days jump the shark, where Fonzie jumps the shark when you know
Right.
something's gone too far.
Yeah.
Crystal Skull spawned the one of, what was it, like nuke the fridge or something like that for films. And
I mean,
apparently
to be fair-
Spielberg's quite proud of that he got that.
Yeah, really? I think though with that, it's like it's not the most unbelievable thing in Indiana Jones, if you think about it. I mean, they're going after like religious artifacts, the Cup of Christ for eternal life. Hello. Shankara stones that brings peace to the village. There we go. Look, we've still got one. He don't know, does he? Nicked it off an alligator.
I mean, that's about the most realistic thing he's going to look for, isn't it?
Yeah, at the start, yeah, and he loses a bloody thing.
So we got that from Raiders,
Yeah.
Temple of Doom. Sean Connery's diary. And I bust the budget on the effects from the Crystal Skull. Because that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Why is it so bad?
I don't know.
How do they make such a mess of it? It's everything's wrong with it, isn't there?
Yeah. They had
There's one bit
Frank
I like.
Darabont write it, who did Shawshank Redemption, did the original script.
Yeah.
But then I think Spielberg saw it's going to be more focused on the alien angle. I always heard it was going to be about Atlantis. That was
Okay.
the original
I ain't got
thing.
a problem with aliens, all right,
Yeah,
lads.
but apparently Independence Day came out before it, and it was like, can't beat that.
With Indy though, after Last Crusade, it's a bit like waiting for a Guns N' Roses album, isn't it? They fucking dragged their heels so long, didn't they? Indy 4. As I remember at university when it was like, they've greenlit Indy 4, and it came out when I was in my 30s.
Yeah.
So it's like 15 years of pissing about, and it's like you've pissed about too much then.
Yeah.
And it's sort of, and I don't know. I'm worried about this new one. I don't know why, because it means.
I rewatched the trailer this morning.
But is it too little, too late? Do you think it's got enough behind it now? So people our age are going to go and watch it, but then the demographic is quite. I think it's getting smaller and smaller, and people are getting less and less bothered about. They'll probably know who Nathan Drake is more than who Indiana Jones is.
Who's Nathan Drake?
From the Uncharted computer games.
Right.
Well, they're going to, aren't they? And it's such a shame, and I just hope it works. I really do. I hope it's not terrible. When they de-age him, I hope
that looks pretty good in the trailers. Pretty good. Yeah.
But it can look terrible.
It's weird that kind of effect is because when you first see it, it looks great. Then 5 years later, it's like, damn, that's crap.
Well, I think Rogue One with Tarkin, Peter Cushing, they should have just had his back to it. Yeah. And let him do the voice and then see the reflection. That was fine. Right, that'd have been good. As soon as he spun around and started talking,
it becomes a bit cartoony.
You kind of know it's fake. So the Princess Leia bit, you didn't need that bit. Anyway, we're going on to Star Wars again. So Raiders, I don't know what. I can skim past it a little bit. I like it. It's exciting, but it's not my favourite.
This is your favourite. My favourite.
Yeah.
As well.
I think there's more people who like this than will let on. I'm convinced people lie and say Raiders is a favourite just to sound cool. Yeah. This is the best. It doesn't stop.
We rewatched it recently, didn't we, with Gareth on his Video Tasties channel, and just a great.
Well, there's no let up, is there really? No. And if when there's a let up, there's comedic bits in it, like when they're on a campfire when they're arguing about the playing cards. It's amazing. Why does it get so much shit?
Apparently, I heard that Shorthand didn't know how to play cards, and it was a genuine reaction where he cheated.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Which is good because it is great.
That's a brilliant scene. That playing with you, no fun. You do 4 cards. Brilliant. But I just can't. I mean, people like with the Willie Scott thing, with her screaming all the time. But again, that's what was in the script.
She's fine.
I think she plays a great part. Yeah. She's more. I don't know. It's good because she's like, I don't know. I don't want to come across as being slightly sexist by saying this, but she's like a snobby diva of that time. Yeah. And she doesn't really change too much of her character, does she? I mean, she punches one of the dudes and she gets more into it, but there's no like. She saves the day.
Massive arc or anything like that.
But it's like cool. You need someone like that, don't you? Like who's gonna, I don't know, piss you off a little bit.
It's a really good thing for the other two to bounce off of. I think.
Yeah, I think it works really well.
She's fantastic.
I think the romance kind of blossoms really quickly, don't you?
Well.
I mean, Harrison Ford though.
It was going to be more of like a James Bond character. I think that was Lucas's original thing. Well, at the beginning, Temple of Doom's got his suit on. And...
Yeah. Well, he is, isn't he? Let's be honest. He don't go with that, does he? In all 3 films, there's a woman. Yeah. There's an indie woman. There's one in 4 as well, I suppose. But just regurgitate the first one. But yeah, you're right. It's a bit. Well, it is about James Bond, thing, isn't it? But he does get a lady in every instalment.
Yes, indeed. And, I love this film. It's great.
Going back to the things that were cut. So the bit where Mulder rips his heart out, I never understood why his chest just healed straight away. Watching it in the UK version, until I watched it on a YouTube clip. I was like, well, I've never seen that before. And apparently, it's just a Blu-ray release in the UK. Yeah. Where Rip puts his hand in it, you see his hand going in the heart. You actually see it
going in.
And I've never ever seen that.
It always confused me.
It massively confused me. It always like, well, where's the blood? Yeah. And where's the scar?
So look it up on YouTube, the cut scene from Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom.
Or buy it on Blu-ray.
Or buy it on Bluray.
It might have been on, yeah.
But it's pretty nasty for a PG film. Horrible. Obviously, that's why it got cut. But I love that scene. That's great.
Yeah, well, I'd say there's not a. I could talk about this film all day, so we haven't got too much longer. So I don't. And we've done a video with it, didn't we, with Gareth?
Yeah, on Gareth on his video tastes thing, we did a watch along, so you can go back and watch.
If you want some facts and all that sort of malarkey.
One thing we did say, I mean, the title's great, isn't it?
It's amazing.
The Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
I'm in straight away.
It's got. I mean, if you ever want to do like a porn parody, you'd have to change the title here. Rob Lane and the Temple of Doom.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Temple of Doom. We're going to talk our favourite then. Would you say?
Yeah, yes, without doubt.
My most watched one.
Yeah.
Definitely my go-to one. I think it's again. They said it was so dark because George Lucas was going through a divorce at the time.
Okay.
So that's why it's so dark. He was in a bad mood.
I don't think it's even dark though, really. There's some overtones
funny.
in it, but yeah, it's just a good Saturday afternoon action.
The
thing.
coolest Indiana Jones bit, in my opinion, the coolest shot is on the bridge.
Yeah.
He looks
Iconic.
fucking amazing. Do you know what I mean? It's like, without being like going over to the other side, that would turn me. Can you imagine it? How cool is he in that? Like one arm missing on his shirt, bag over his shoulder, hat on, massive sword, eating a pickle.
Yeah. Sweaty, stubbly.
Yeah, just like
sunburn.
Unbelievably cool. The coolest shot in all. I think so, and a great effect still. But
I love the relationship between him and Short Round. It's like that's the backstory we all want, really, isn't it?
If they put it in the fifth one, then I'd be reasonably happy.
Yeah.
At least I've watched it once. Short Round's back.
Yeah.
They're playing cards.
He was going to come back in again, Crystal Skull, in the original thing when they get married at the end. He was going to be the driver of the car, which.
I think they upped it up from 1 out of 10 to 1.5 out of 10. But then again, do you really want to see Short Round as a 45-year-old bloke?
I know he's doing all right.
I know, but he's lost his cool. I think as a kid, he's just how he says stuff because he can't speak English very well. No more parachute. It adds to the comedy, I think. And just because he's a little kid beating up grown guards and stuff like that.
The blocks on his shoes.
Yeah,
brilliant.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
So, Last Crusade, we're on to now.
First film at UCI.
Yes, for me and for you.
And
was it AMC?
I'm pretty sure it's UCI back then. We've had this discussion. There's a cinema in Derby where near we live. It was like one of the first big multiplex ones, and I always recall it as UCI. But you had this distinct memory that it was called something else beforehand, and you found a poster.
I did. It was AMC.
It couldn't have been that for very long.
It wasn't for about 2 months apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll find some. My brother kept all his cinema stuff, so I will find out what it was called. I'm sure it changed its name twice, but I might be wrong. But everyone's going, no, it's all been UCI. So got the evidence out.
So yeah, there you are with your Fez.
Yeah, I am. You were named after the dog.
Another great opening scene.
Yes.
That's one thing they are good at, opening scenes.
Yeah. Probably, in order, to be fair, of opening scenes, Temple of Doom is my least favourite opening scene.
Yeah.
Raiders is my favourite, and that's my second favourite. River Phoenix absolutely bosses it in that. And so obviously it's a shame what happened to him, but like if you think about handing over the hat to someone, he'd have been perfect.
Sorry, Shia LaBeouf, but there ain't no comparison right there.
Not at all, no. And that's not even in the beauty of hindsight. It's just cool is River Phoenix.
Yeah,
and
undeniable.
In that scene, it's just like the only one thing that did annoy me a bit, the bloke with the trumpet. I put the sheriff. That's some big red cheeks. I'm like, what are you hanging around with him for? Anyway.
Yeah, okay. This one had Sean Connery in it. Great casting as his
again,
dad.
Probably a hat tip to Bond.
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
But Sean Connery's brilliant, but the age gap was there was a bit concerned, weren't they? Because they're about 6 years difference.
Is that all it is?
Yeah, there's not much difference. But it works so well. And obviously then you find out that they've both nailed, oh my God, my brain's gone. What's her name? Come on, what's the woman's name in the film? Alison Doodie's the actress.
I don't know. Big stars. We'll figure it out.
No, we need to know. Dr. Schneider, is it?
Yeah. Tell me.
And also,
you watch these films a lot more than I do.
Another great villain, Julian Glover.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah.
Brilliant, because he didn't take my advice. Cool, that bit. I didn't trust him. Why did you? Because he didn't take my advice. Fucking hell, I love that reveal. It was amazing. Even though it's probably staring you right in the face, wasn't it? Again, funny when they're trapped when they handcuffed together. And he's like, don't get sentimental now, Dad. The floor's on fire. And the chair. and they're spinning round in the fireplace.
Our situation has not improved.
Our situation has not improved. It's brilliant. That is amazing, that. And then you turn it around and them two guards are just knocked out by Indy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a cool scene.
Brilliant.
Again, I think I'm struggling for a boring bit in it.
Okay. I mean,
They bring back Marcus Brody. They bring back.
I love him. I love Marcus Brody. He's great.
Do you think now in this one it becomes a bit too comedic? Like
Maybe,
a bit of like. Does anyone know how to speak Greek or ancient? When he's walking around that market.
I mean, one thing that comes up online sometimes, which are your most quoted film lines, and I don't have many, which like you use in everyday life.
Yeah.
And I'll probably say a few things from Weird Science, maybe a few from Ghostbusters. But the only other one I definitely say in real life is Marcus Brody. Follow me, I know the way. I do say that quite a lot. Yeah. If we're going somewhere. Yeah, that does actually come out.
That's brilliant. God lost in his own museum, eh? When he's walking around that market, it's brilliant. Mr. Brody, sir! And he smack it, run. He punches him through the newspaper. That's Salah's bit, isn't it? But I don't get his role in it, really. I've watched them films and I really don't understand much of his role, what he does, apart from bad date and run, Mr. Brody. The rest of it, he's just hanging around with a fez on his head. I don't know, maybe he's got a really important plot point that we've missed.
We missed it as kids, maybe. We need to go back and rewatch it.
I need to watch it, but that scene now, when we just said about our situation has not improved, I've got to watch it again just for that bit. And the bit where he's on the bike and he's looking all impressed and he just looks at his pocket watch and carries on. What's the other bits that are
a
good?
great ending scene with all the different, a classic indie scene with all the different problems they have to solve at the end. And I always love the one with the way you looked at the bridge.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
See, I liked it, but I thought, you know what, that's not really a test, he just walks. It's always there, isn't it?
It's always there, but it's the
face.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't, Yeah, I don't know about that one. I like the penitent, I do like but in, what is it? The Jehovah begins with an I. J, and it goes through thing. I like that bit. But also, I think the ending is a bit like, Elsa, that's her name.
Okay,
Elsa.
It came to him.
Yeah. The bit at the end where they have to choose the cup.
Right. I think that was staring the obvious in the face.
Well, no, I'd been a bit more cautious if I was, what is it, Donovan?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you, going like, this one, all right, and I'll have a swig of it, and then I'm like aged faster than, I don't know, who's aged really quickly. Daniela Westbrook or whatever.
Oh my God,
Is that fair?
wow.
Is that harsh? Anyway, he dies really quickly, doesn't he,
Yeah.
because he's drank the wrong one, and then obviously Andy drinks it, but the catch is you can't leave.
Yeah.
So what's the point? Can you imagine that bloke must be bored out of his fucking mind? And he's aging as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's not like eternal youth.
He's
He's like, oh, can't you lift a sword up? Can he?
He's knackered.
He's sitting there. I mean, why? That's no life. Just guarding some cups.
Yeah. But I guess back then it would have been seen as an honourable
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, I
That's your
suppose
duty.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But his duty and they're sitting around doing fuck all for God knows how long. Thousands of years.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Boring as shit. Not even Netflix to keep you entertained. Crap Wi-Fi.
Yeah, no Wi-Fi in
Fucking
them.
cave rubbish. No Uber. Come on, Uber driver going, oh fuck, we got to penitent man will pass. We've lost about 6 folk getting delivered to McDonald's. Just leave it. I'll leave it here, mate. You come and get it. I'll leave it here. Take a picture of it outside. Fucking thing, even Bob. But again, you know, obviously Temple of Doom, I'll stand by it. But this is a very close second.
Yeah.
Just because it's as funny. Mm-hmm. The only thing I would do, it just sort of bow down a little bit more to the family-friendly.
Yeah,
sort
well,
of
I think they was
ideology.
trying to patch some things up from Temple of Doom, perhaps.
Yeah. And he gets the woman, but she dies. Mm-hmm. She reaches for the thingamabob.
Yeah, a bit greedy.
The lesson there for you kids. Get the fuck out of there. I can't think
So
of
how do you
that.
think this new film's going to do? Dial of Destiny, which is out in a
Personally,
couple of weeks.
I am very pleased that I've got zero hope.
Yeah?
Yeah, because if I had hope, then there's disappointment. Hope leads to fate. It's like Yoda speaking. Hope leads to disappointment. Disappointment leads to anger. Anger leads to suffering. That's fucking Indiana Jones for you. Or any Lucasfilm film.
Well, yeah.
Post.
Was going to be called Indiana Smith.
Yeah, it was, yeah, you're right, yeah.
George Lucas seems to have like these really good ideas.
Yeah.
And he needs people to like, okay, we like that bit, and that's what we're going to take and run with.
Do you know
when
what?
he gets his full control, it just all goes terrible.
I think that's what the problem is.
Yeah.
I think you hit the nail on the head. When he's doing stuff like this, like Spielberg will go, Indiana, he's sure Indiana Smith.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound right. And they'll go, Jones. I'll go, okay. Or someone, his mates will go, Frank Braddow or whoever will go, George, come on, stop being a dick. But now he's got all control. Like, no one tells me what to do.
Yeah.
Watch me run with Jar Jar Binks and fucking Indiana Jones.
No one dare
4.
say anything to him.
No. Apart from, I think Spielberg would. But then I think this is what happens to everyone, doesn't it? As time gets on, it seems to be that people get worse at what they do. Mm-hmm. Even if it's something like directing, which isn't, I imagine it's quite demanding, but it's not like he's fucking working in a factory or lugging stuff around all the time. So it's a weird one how it's sort of, how they get worse.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
I don't know, is it the fire goes or... Well, I think in the movie industry, there's just too many cooks and fingers in pies these days.
Yeah,
tick too many boxes.
And also, do you know when you're struggling on your bones of your arse? That's when you do your best work.
Yeah.
Don't you think? 'Cause you've got to do your best work.
Yeah.
You've got no option.
Yeah.
Where if you've got like, you've had a bad day, never mind, I'll just go back to my fucking £3 million mansion and sit around doing note for a day. But when you've got nothing and you're sleeping in your car and you do all that sort of stuff, that's what generates proper films in life. Obviously, I don't want anyone to sleep in the car or anything, but look at all the classics. They're all made like, we say, sit in your pants. or
Rocky.
Like Rocky's a great example of that. Sold his dog.
Yeah.
Terminator, all these sort of films were made with nothing, but it was like, you've got to produce it and make it your best work.
Star Wars was the same. It did have a budget, but so much stuff could go wrong and things falling behind schedule.
Jaws is a classic one that was going to get sacked every day.
Yeah.
And say with Star Wars, you don't have a budget, they're going to sack him, pull the plug on the film, and it's just like, there's no danger of that happening now, is there? Unless you're Batgirl.
Well, there's that.
Yeah, she's
But I think there's other underlying things.
There's something weird going off there, and it could be out that well. It's not a bad marketing campaign.
It is.
So what have we got available in the shop, Indiana Jones related?
We've got
the diary. It's got all the stuff inside it as well, hasn't it?
It's really, really cool. I'm not going to open it because I'll make a mess of it. But
it's got all the writing and like stickers and photos of him.
What's he called?
The Idol.
Idol.
You give me the whip, I'll give you the Idol. Not to scale, unfortunately.
How much bigger should it be? About
a lot bigger. I think it's got battle period.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's a horrible thing, isn't it? Do you know what? I never realised it was a woman. Till you've just done that.
She giving birth?
No, I thought that was a penis. She is giving birth. We had phones on. Look, you got some Beats by Dre on under there. Really? I've never looked at that.
Yeah.
She is, isn't she?
I think she is. What do you think?
Yeah. Rob Lane, straight to the crotch. I never noticed that, ever. And the Shankara stone.
Yeah.
Is that for sale or not?
I don't know.
Everything's for sale.
Everything's technically.
We've got a price. Oh, it'll go in Marcus Brody's museum.
So yeah, 3 films for you on the last episode of What's in the Egg.
Yeah.
Where do your Indiana Jones films rank? Where did you see them? You see them in Blackpool.
Ripley, America. Where else would you see him? At home? On the telly? Where did you see him?
Who's your favourite character?
Yeah.
And why is it not Pat Roach?
Yeah, it was in All on Them. Not much in this though, is it? Well, they cut his scene out of that, I think.
Yeah.
They cut his scene out of that. Yeah, Pat Roach played 2 people in Temple of Doom, did not? I think. Dan Aykroyd.
Yep.
Is another actor you can use. Amazing trilogy, and we'll leave it at that. We'll go and watch Destiny's Child. We'll go and watch Destiny's Child, then we'll go and watch Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and maybe do a quick snippet of what we think of that as an adult.
If people want it.
If you buy the video of the season 1, What's in the Egg Roll, which is available from all good stockists soon.
Right now, enjoy your VHSs.
Yeah.
Loved it. See you soon.
See you later. Take care.
For nearly 3,000 years, man has searched for the lost Ark of the Covenant.
The Bible speaks of the Ark leveling mountains and laying waste to entire regions. Not something to be taken lightly. No one knows its secrets.
Jones, do you realize what the Ark is? It's a transmitter. It's a radio for speaking to God.
An army which carries the Ark before it is invincible.
The Ark, if it is their Eternis, then it is something that man was not meant to disturb.
It is protected by forces beyond imagination. It is desired above all treasures on earth by those who are good.
Trust me.
and those who are evil.
I'll tell you everything.
Yes, I know you will.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Let her go.
We have no time. If you still want the Ark, it has been loaded onto a truck for Cairo.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. A film from Steven Spielberg and George Lucas.